Welcome, dear hearts. Come on in to the Magical Blessings Healing Center and enjoy a brief magical moment with me. I am Natasha Botkin. I am the owner and founder of the Magical Blessings Healing Center. Thank you for taking a brief moment out of your very busy day. I am excited to go on this magical moment with you. Ready, set, snuggle down, get comfy, and let's go. So in my blog, I am talking about and discussing the reclaiming of your power. I'm also talking about something that is a very delicate subject, and that is domestic violence, loss of power. Anytime anyone has been in a domestic violence situation, there is a transference of power. Whether you want to believe it or not, there is. I am a very intellectual, strong, capable, wonderful woman, and I found myself in the middle of the situation. In fact, I looked left, right, around, went, me? How'd I get here? And then I had this sense of loss of myself, my identity. Am I this powerful person? Am I this intellectual person? And so I fell into this category of what I'll call the shame, the holding. I mean, there was even a period of time where I would take my hair and I would try to hide it, and my clothing I would try to hide because I felt so icky that I was in that kind of a situation. Now, did I stay there for a long time? No. But the volatility of how I felt, and that's the most important, is allow yourself to feel those emotions. For a long time, I tried to hide those emotions. I didn't want to deal with them. I tried to stuff them down. I tried everything that I could possibly do than to have to go through that. Because part of it was, how did it get to that level? How did it get to that point? And that's part of it. It's just not questioning everything and allowing yourself to just flow through, let things go, and release it so you can reclaim your power. My powerlessness came from my own undoing because I was trying to ignore the emotions and stuff things down. I wasn't processing. I was having a difficult time with that. Part of it was I didn't even, talk about it. It wasn't until the relationship was over did I say it much to any family or friends, and just a few of them. In fact, very few people know a lot of the nitty-gritty details. And then I started to talk about it. Now, because of the respect of my children and the person of interest, still to this day, I will say it. I have to be concerned about my person of interest forever. It's the sad reality of what I have to deal with. Yet I won't place myself into, oh, poor me. I will not, step back and not do what I need to do. And that is reclaiming my power. Yep, did that. Check mark. Boop, check mark that box. And you too can as well. And, one of the things is please don't feel like you're helpless, because you're not. You do have the ability to reclaim your power. If you are unsure how to do that, and here, I would love to mentor and guide you. Look me up at magicalblessingshealingcenter.com and under Shine Your Power, and it's a beautiful way of learning how to reclaim your power. It's a 9-week program, and we go through a lot of what I've been through. That's another thing, is that I was a great student first before I started to go up and mentoring and guiding and helping people. And I had to unlearn a lot of things and relearn stuff. And what I mean by that is the fact that when you're in this kind of a situation, for example, my person of interest is very narcissistic, has a little bit of a sociopathic tendency, and would turn things against me. Like, I would question everything. I never used to question anything. Before all of this, I was fearless. I had what I wanted. I would go out. This is what I'm going to do. I conquered whatever I wanted to do. I didn't have to go, or bite my nails or worry about anything. I got this. Woo, yeah, I'm awesome, amazing. And then I started second guessing, triple guessing, quadruple guessing myself over just something even simple as, did I dot the I, cross the T? that messes with your mentally, emotionally, and of course physically, when all that other stuff is going on. And so it's like, the best way I can describe it is like you're having like a piece of wood, and you want to create this beautiful wooden piece, like a wooden sculpture, and yet it's not a wooden sculpture, it's a person. And every time, chip that away, chip that away. You're whittling the wood, and chip, but it's really a person that you're chipping away. Chipping at self-esteem, chipping at self-confidence, chipping at caring for yourself, chipping at loving yourself, and you start to question everything. You do not deserve this at all. You deserve to stand in your power and be this beautiful, radiant, wonderful being, this wonderful individual who is wanting to shout from the mountaintops, I'm amazing, I'm awesome, I'm wonderful. And yet when you've been through that, there's a lot of healing, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, that one goes through. And everybody's journey is different. One person may need a short period of time, other people may need longer. I know I personally took a little bit of a time. Why? Because I was in denial of the shame. I hope that nobody knows of this about me, because they'll think less of me because I was in this situation. In fact, years ago, I was having a conversation with someone, and they actually had said to me, you like the victim game, don't you? And I was dumbfounded. I was baffled. So yes, you are going to have people that will potentially criticize and judge you. Who cares? They didn't walk in your shoes. They do not know what you went through, and they have no value to that statement. And that old adage of walking a mile, in another's shoes is, a true understanding. So unless someone has walked side by side with you and knows exactly everything that went on, one of the things that both, the individual that's been part of a domestic violence is they don't share. There's way more that goes on, and it's usually something pretty catastrophic before they start going, oh, I got to get out. Now, if you had something that happened to you and you got out and, early on, and it wasn't catastrophic and traumatic, awesome, kudos to you. For anyone out there who feels like it's helpless, it's hopeless, they just, nope, can't do it. You can do it. There are so many organizations and situations that you can utilize. There are certain things that, hey, I'll admit it, straight out. My person of interest is of a concern forever. It will never go away. And yet I absolutely refuse to live in that kind of hidden shame and guilt and, oh my gosh, and worry and all that other kind of stuff. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give up living. I want to live my life. I want to shine in my power and live in my power and be this beautiful, powerful, radiating feminine goddess that I am. And you too can. And I use the term feminine goddess because I'm female. But if it's, the situation that you're male and you're viewing this, then you deserve to be a masculine god. Domestic violence can be reversed. It could be female to male, male to female, female to female, male to male. If you're in, heterosexual, homosexual, it doesn't matter your race, it doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your color, it doesn't matter where you live in this world, it doesn't even matter how much money you make. It happens on every level. Just know that you too can survive, you can get out, but you have to be willing to do that. And yeah, there is some work that will happen as a result of it, but it's not in a bad way. I mean, I was my first student, so to speak, and I love going forth and being able to be mentoring, guiding people to live in their power, to shine in their power, and show up in this world in the way that they absolutely deserve, and the way that you deserve. That is the beauty to all of this. Did it suck that I went through it and you've gone through it? Absolutely. Does it mean we have to stay there? No way. So join me. Join me in reclaiming your power, letting go of that old adage and old nonsense, and step up and shine in your power just as you deserve. Oodles and oodles of love, each and every dear heart, and magical, magical blessings. Mwah! Bye.